Welcome to Slime.io. Slime.io is a competitive free-for-all game where each player battles to grow the largest slime. Players can grow their slime by eating the small, colorful foods spread across the arena or by consuming other players' slimes. To eat the foods, you simply run your slime into them. In order to consume another player's slime, your slime must be larger than theirs and overlap the top point of their slime. There are a few controls you should be aware of. First, and likely obvious, you move your slime by moving around the arena as you would normally. Your slime will always stay right below you, but don't get any ideas about moving yourself faster. The slime speed is determined by its size, and even if you are somehow moving faster, it will always move at that speed. Second, your slime can dash to gain a burst of speed. You can make your slime dash by hitting the jump button. This is usually the A button on your controller or the spacebar on your keyboard. However, this burst of speed does not come without risk. When your slime dashes, its size is cut in half, but not permanently. After losing its size, your slime will begin regaining its lost size over time. A slime that is actively regaining its size will have small green plus signs emitting from its base. This is visible to all players, so that other players will know when a slime is currently growing. Third, your slime can release some of its size. This can be done by using the Interact button. This is usually the trigger on your controller or the left mouse button. When your slime releases some of its size, an orb of food is left behind it. This orb can be consumed again by your slime or by anyone else's slime by running into it. While doing this does seem to be counterintuitive, it can be a useful way to escape a larger slime in pursuit of you. Your slime gets smaller upon releasing the food, therefore, its speed slightly increases. There are 4 hazards in the arena. These hazards are the 4 spiked balls floating in random places. Smaller slimes can safely pass underneath these hazards, but larger slimes will trigger the hazard on contact. Any slime that triggers one of these hazards will immediately lose 75% of its size. However, that same slime will begin to regain 25% of its original size over time. Therefore, triggering a hazard only permanently removes 50% of the slime's original size. Additionally, when a slime hits one of the hazards, a food orb is left behind. This food orb size is equal to half of the triggering slime's original size. This food orb is a bit different than others. In order to consume this orb, your slime must be large enough to overlap the top of the orb, otherwise it will be unable to consume it. Also, the slime that lost its size cannot immediately attempt to consume the food orb. To the owner of that slime, the orb will be translucent for a time. They will not be able to consume it until it is again fully solid. After the food orb from one of the hazards is consumed or disappears, a new hazard will begin to grow at a random location in the arena. When this hazard is first growing, it will appear translucent and be harmless until it is solid again. There will be a buzzing, alarm sound that occurs at the location of a growing hazard. This is to warn nearby players and players whose slime is on top of the hazard. If a hazard is growing beneath your slime, you must get off it as soon as possible. Once the hazard solidifies, it will pop any slime touching it. There are 2 displays in this room that show the status of the players currently in the arena. There is the leaderboard that shows the names of the top 10 players that currently have the largest slimes. And there is also the arena monitor that shows a top-down view of the arena along with all of the slimes currently in it. Upon entering the arena, the first thing you are likely to notice is that your view is restricted. The distance that you are able to see is determined by the size of your slime. Increase the size of your slime and you will also increase the distance that you can see. Lastly, you have likely noticed the slime customization menu just below the title screen. You can use this menu to select 1 skin, 1 overlay, and 3 accessories for your slime. The center of this menu shows your current Slime.io Patreon member status. There are some customization options that are free to all players, but also some that are restricted to members of certain Patreon tiers. You can view information about the Patreon membership tiers by copying the URL at the bottom of the menu into your web browser. Now you are ready to enter the arena. To enter the arena, you simply click on the large button that says Enter Arena on the title screen. There are currently plans for more customization options and possibly more gameplay mechanics in the future. This is far from Syncware's only project, so updates will come, but not always rapidly. If you would like to ask questions about Slime.io, chat with other players, or chat with the creators, please use the URL for the Discord server on the title screen. Thank you for visiting Slime.io. Now go grow your slime.